Hello everyone, welcome again. I'm going to from now on do my readings like this, that you can see the Bible, and then I'll just pray. I'll read Bible. I'm going to try and read Genesis 2 and 3, but I thought I'll just share with you. Well, it's not now, it's a dream I had. I dreamt that it was where we stay in our lounge, but it was strange because it wasn't like by a sea, but it was like in our lounge. But I don't know who was with me. It wasn't my husband or my children or anyone that I really know. But anyway, then it was like a bit of water, quite a bit. It was deep. You couldn't walk. You'd have to swim deep. And I'm not really a good swimmer, so I wouldn't have, you know what I mean, even in my dream. But anyway, then what happened was this other person went, and then I followed. And, well, who was on the other end? It was Jesus. And I ran because I wanted to also see Jesus and, be there by Jesus. And then something said to me, Jesus didn't say it, but something said to me, if you have faith, you'll be able to walk on this water. And in my dream, I had faith and I was able to walk on the water. I could actually feel it in my dreams how I'm walking on this water. And then I got to Jesus, and then what happened was I hugged him. But it's this other type of hug. It's not a normal hug that you hug another person. It's like you sink into, when you sink into a bed, or when you sit nice, so those pillows you get, or that mattresses that you half sink in your body. It was like that. And it felt so real. So real. So I thought I just wanted to share that with you. And it felt so good. I mean, if that means, how you feel that realness, and it's like genuine love. It's undescribable. It's nothing is better than that. So that's just also a word of encouragement for me in that dream. Yeah, and it wasn't that we were in heaven, it was just Jesus was there, and with it walking on water. So I thought I'd share that with you, some encouragement, and to realize that Jesus is real, and we have to have faith, and we have to believe in Jesus, and we have to serve him. We have to build a relationship and do God's work, what's in this Bible. So yes. But now we're going to read, but I just thought I'd share that with you. This isn't focusing right. I would say I'm going to read from here, but I don't think I'm going to do it like that. But, yes, okay, chapter 2 in Genesis. Thus, the heavens and the earth and all the host of them were finished. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had done. And he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. Then God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because in it he rested from all his work which God had created and made. This is the history of the heavens and the earth when they were created. In the day of the Lord, God made the earth and the heavens, before any plant of the field was in the earth, and before any herb of the field had grown. For the Lord God had not caused it to rain on the earth, and there was no man to till the ground. But a mist went up from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living being. The Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. I'm reading here. I just want to, if someone wants to read from here. Remember, I'm going to put this on YouTube also. Then I'll delete it from, or maybe I'll keep it on my IGTV also, to bless people that maybe can't go on YouTube and go there, because this channel is not for trying to make money. It's to bless people and help people to grow closer to Jesus. Okay. And out of the ground the Lord God made every tree grow that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life was in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Now a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it parted and became 4 river heads. The name of the first is Pishon. It is the one which skirts the whole land of Halavia, where there is gold, and the gold of the land is good. Bdellium and the Onyx stone are there. The name of the second river is Gihon. It is the one which goes around the whole land of Cus. The name of the third river is Hiddekel. It is the one which goes toward the east of Assyria. The fourth river is the Euphrates. Oh, I don't know how you... That's also the thing. Some of these words, that's what also makes people with the reading of the Bible makes them like, oh, but there's all these words, like I mentioned last time when I read. But just pronounce it how you need to. Jesus understands. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to tend and keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden you may eat freely, where you may freely eat, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for in the day that you will eat of it you shall surely die. And what God meant by that is not really die physically, but spiritually. And the Lord God said, it is not good that a man should be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him. I thought it's compatible. It's comparable to him. Maybe it means the same. Out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every bird of the air, and brought them to Adam to see what he would call them. And whoever Adam called each living creature, that was its name. So Adam gave names to the cattle, to the birds of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a helper comparable to him. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall on Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh in its place. Then the rib which the Lord God had taken from the man, he made into a woman, and he brought her to the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of a man. Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother, and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and they were not ashamed. I'm going to read now verse 3. So that was of that God created. He also spoke on it in the first chapter, but there is lots of repeating in the whole Bible, lots of repeating, but it's actually good because it helps us know more. Okay, 3. Now the serpent was more cunning than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said to the woman, has God indeed said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said to the serpent, We may eat the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, You shall not eat it, nor shall you touch it, lest you die. Then the serpent said to the woman, You will not surely die, for God knows that in the day you eat of it your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. So yes, it's like the serpent said, which was the devil. He was as a snake. It doesn't say a snake, but in other Bible stories that I've read, is like comes like a snake. But I think a serpent is a snake. It's another word for snake. Yes. So when the woman saw the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree desirable to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. She also gave to her husband with her. And he ate. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves coverings. And they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God among the trees of the garden. Then the Lord God called Adam and said to him, Where are you? So he said, I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree of which I commanded you that you should not eat? Then the man said, The woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I ate. And the Lord God said to the woman, What is this that you have done? The woman said, The serpent deceived me, and I ate. Okay. So the Lord God said to the serpent, Because you have done this, you are cursed more than all cattle, and more than every beast of the field. On your belly you shall go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. To the woman he said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception. In pain you shall bring forth children. Your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you. Then to Adam he said, Because you have heeded the voice of your wife, you have eaten from the tree of which I commanded you, saying, You shall not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for your sake. In toil you shall eat of it all the days of your life. But thorns and thistles it shall bring forth to you, and you shall eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of your face you shall eat bread, till you return to the ground. For out of it you were taken, for dust you are, and dust you shall return. And Adam called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. Also for Adam and his wife the Lord God made tunics of skin and clothed them. Then the Lord said, Behold, the man has become like one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put out his hand and take also of the tree of life, and eat and live forever. Therefore the Lord God sent out of the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which it was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed cherubim at the east of the Garden of Eden, and a flaming sword which turned every way to guard the way of the tree of life. Okay, so that's all I'm going to read today. I hope you enjoyed the read. And I'll be reading Genesis 5 next time. Have a blessed day. Any questions you can ask me, and have a wonderful day. And thank you for watching or listening and watching, and hope to see you soon again with a new blessing.